Special recognition of Jason at Barnes& Noble for the graphics. You'll find the following podcast is filled with a lot of mutual love and respect. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, special thanks to Gary Adams for the Arkansas Hall of Fame golf t-shirt.
It's done with people with disabilities and particularly Parkinson. And I'm a little bit of a one-man band, as you can tell here, but it's nice to have you here because it's a little easier than trying to do it with Zoom. I know I had some issues. You didn't have issues, but last year was kind of funny. But the idea when I started putting this together is to provide some entertainment, but I also wanted to be informational and motivational.
Okay.
And we're sitting on some really tough bleachers here, I can tell.
Yeah.
So it's going. We want to get off the.
We definitely want to get off the bench here, don't we? Get in the game.
Yeah, and we want to be, inspiring content for people that's got anxiety and depression are the big things.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have anxiety and depression, that's one of the things I worry about. One of the things I usually try to bring something informational in each time, and one of the things I found that there was some doctors that we were having some issues, and my wife and I and a doctor said, let's go to Fayetteville and talk to someone over there. And so I went over there and I talked to him. I guess you'd call it psychiatrist. His title was neuropsychologicalist, and the thing there was his ability was to determine something like Parkinson's. He would say, the behavior and cognitive changes, and that's what his. But he didn't determine that. I didn't have the tremors like Michael J. Fox, and I think he just thought it was a mental or something else. So we kind of sit on that, and then I had some major back surgery, and that's when they put the titanium rod in, and then the doctor at UMS, and his name's Vermonti, he was really thorough at that time, and I couldn't be convinced hardly that I had Parkinson's, but we went on through some tests, and I determined that. But it would have been really great if that doctor had connected the dots at that time. That's one of the reasons I want to do the video and do these things is I want people to watch some of the patterns I've gone through, because it could be an issue later on, where people see this and say, well, I need to go have this checked a little bit better, because sometimes they just miss it, and that's what that doctor was supposed to be able to do. What I wanted to do to start with, I want to read the introductions on your book, and I'm going to practice this with reading with intent, and so I want to make that clear. And then I want you to think, and you'd be thinking about, there's a strong connection we have through Harrison, and I just got off the phone with Bud Grisham because I said what I was doing, because he always, he's 90-year-old, but he always appreciated it when I call him. So I called him and talked to him a while ago. But I'll read this, and then I'll let you give some thoughts on Harrison. It said, Sidney Moncrief has served on the board of directors for a Fortune 500 company and as president of various retail auto sales businesses. He is a Memorial Basketball Hall of Famer, a 5-time NBA All-Star, a 5-time member of the NBA All-Defensive Team, 2-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Now that's big. I'm gonna stop right there. But the Michael Jordans of the world and all those people, they didn't do that. And on NBA All-Pro. He is a former head coach and assistant coach. As a coach, Sidney Moncrief has served on the coaching staff of the Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors, and the Milwaukee Bucks. He also led an international team as a head consultant in Beijing, China. Sidney is the author of 12 books, including Sidney Moncrief, My Journey to the NBA, Your Passport to Reinventing You, The Grit Factor in Leadership, and 13 Game-Changing Principles for Living Your Best Life Now. He's currently managing partner of Moncrief One Team. Moncrief One Team is a people development company providing development of sessions and keynotes in team enhancement, leadership, workplace readiness, soft skills, and entrepreneurship development. So,
Okay, here's the back of the book so that you can